Welcome back now to the issue of employment, or during these tough economic times, unemployment. It's one of the things that can really affect a family's environment. As I mentioned at the top of the show, Texas unemployment numbers hit a 22-year high in August. So today we're going to offer up some tips for navigating these challenges. A success coach, motivational speaker, and the author of Unemployment is Not a Joke, How to Find a Job in 30 Days. He says it's important to discover your DNA, or dynamic natural ability, to leverage your career potential. That's a mouthful. Good morning, and thank you both for being here. I always think it's important, especially during these times, if you can give people something that can help them, really move forward. What do I do? I am, either I'm getting out of this, I'm finishing college, and so I have this huge investment, and now I'm getting into, a workplace or an environment where a lot of people have more experience than me, but I want to work. Or I am over 50 and I'm now finding myself back in the job market. How do I navigate that? Where do we start? Anybody?
Well, I think the over...
I want to ask you, Andre, one of the things when you sent me some notes and we talked before is the strategy for, the whole looking for a job in the 21st century, if you will.
Absolutely. With 4 generations competing for a job, it's important that career seekers and business seekers understand that there's a new paradigm shift, which means now you have to focus on how can I competitively use my skills, abilities, and expertise to compete in this global economy. And competition is stiff. The average lifespan on the job right now is between 3.5 and 7 years. So we have
not much better than in the NFL.
It's not much better than the NFL. What we have to do now is we have to build a powerful personal brand, which means it doesn't matter when it comes to competition. Companies now are looking at individuals totally different. We get paid for the value that we bring to the marketplace. In other words, as career seekers and business seekers, we do an assessment and find out what is my value, what is my niche market, and how can I leverage my skills to bring that value. So companies right now, they're not looking for people that need a job. They're looking for people that could drive revenue to their company. Bottom line is production and revenue, because that's what keeps them in business.
So the approach needs to change from I need a job to talk about discovering your DNA and how you can be successful in this job market. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking about employment or unemployment and how you can find your place in this current job market, no matter where you are. If you're finishing college or if you're over 50, we have 2 people here today that have some great tips for you. And one of the things, Andre, you talk about is discovering your DNA. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. It's how to discover and identify your dynamic natural ability. And it's amazing once you tap into your DNA how many different doors open up for you economically, as far as finding a job. There used to be a key to success. You went to college and you went toward a target industry, and that's what you landed. You did that for the next 10, 20, 30 years. Where 30 years on the same job is out, retiring on the same job is over. Now there is a combination, which means we look for this combination, identifying your dynamic natural ability, and using your dynamic natural ability, you discover it, you discipline it, you develop it, so you can dominate an industry. Companies are looking for top producers.
I think that goes on back to one of the things we said earlier, is about identifying what those needs are as opposed to looking for a job. What do they need? So you have to know your DNA in order to find that.
Yes, and you have to take ownership. I tell individuals as we're coaching them, to become president and CEO of your own company. It's like me Incorporated, Andre Johnson Incorporated. So everything affects my company. My documentation, that's my marketing tool, my resume, affects my company. My image, my abilities to present myself in such a business manner. You want to become a professional magnet. My information is my abilities to effectively communicate my skills, education, and ability. So they have to package and build a brand and look for a niche market, and it's better done in their dynamic natural ability.
Right. Well, you have to have that in order to talk about new strategies to get your information out. What are some of those?
Some of the new strategies, there's a combination now. When you're talking about networking, networking now has went from physical person-to-person to digital social networking. And you got to find out, you have to use all of those different elements all at once and understand that there are different, like 3 types of people. And once you're able to categorize individuals, one prominent person can introduce you to 1,000 individuals within a social network. And that comes from building that brand, not only formally, but informally. So I think individuals individuals over 50, as they've been working in the industrial age, you have to understand that now we've gone to the information age.
Right,
So
and to not,
everything now is
not to be afraid
computers,
of that.
and it moves faster, more dynamic, and I think that they should just embrace it. It's just change, and once you embrace change, it's
I'd
good.
like to thank all of my guests for joining me this morning. If you'd like to check out some of the previous shows or get information on today's show, log on to Click to Houston, and if there's something you'd like for me to check out, let me hear from you. You can reach me at kdavis@click2houston.com. That's kdavis@click2houston.com. You can also check out my Facebook page, that's at Social Networking, or follow me on Twitter. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday on Beyond the Headlines. The Sunday Morning News is next.